Hello everyone. I'm Zia Ahmed and I'm involved in training and development of supply chain management. I'm very thankful to my respectable Professor S.K. Sachdev who has joined me today for a very informative session about contract management. Respectable Professor S.K. Sachdev has more than 50 years of experience in teaching in various institutes all across India. He has worked in Netherlands also, and he has delivered lectures in many cities of the world. At the moment, he is a visiting professor for IMT, Indian Institute of Management, Ghaziabad. Thank you, sir, for joining me here. How are you, sir?
Fine. It's my pleasure to get interacted to a learned person, and we'll be able to have a chat on the various issues in regards to the topic whatsoever you have chosen for today's talk about.
Thank you, sir. So today we want to talk about contract management. Whenever we want to build relations with important suppliers or manufacturers, we need to enter into a contract with them. But reaching this stage is not easy. We will now learn from respected professor how all these steps are handled. So, sir, can we start?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you, sir.
My friend, when you talk of contract management,
Yes.
it is an aspect of two words. One is a contract and other is a management.
Yes, sir.
Contract is nothing but an agreement between the two parties.
Okay.
The parties must be the major one, not minor one, because minor one, the contract is invalid.
Okay.
Purpose must be lawful, and there must be consideration. There could be very many conditions which could affect it, and that will be talking in contract management agreements detailing aspect is concerned. But the question arises to when you add the word management to that contract,
Yes.
management is nothing but the process of planning,
Okay.
organizing, controlling, coordinating, leading, motivating, directing, etc.
Okay.
In this management aspect, this means if a contract is to be entered into, which is nothing but an agreement between the two parties for a lawful purpose, it is to be planned for.
Planned for.
It is to be organized for.
Okay.
It is to be controlled and monitored for, so that during the period of contract, you are able to adhere to those very agreements which you have entered into in regards to various aspects of contract
Okay.
agreement is concerned.
Okay.
Because generally there are about over 20 items are there in a contract is concerned.
Okay.
Now, when I come to the word purchasing is concerned,
Yes.
in purchasing, when we enter in a contract,
Mhm.
that we are basically entering in regards to day-to-day supplies of ours are concerned,
Okay.
which could be the aspect of finished products,
Yes.
semi-finished product. It could be material requirement planning aspect in that context, so that is concerned.
Okay.
Now, it could be in the context of, you say, maintenance, repair, and operative item and services aspect, etc.
Yes.
The purchase could be of various other items which are maybe of official use in the context of computers are concerned, stationery is concerned, for which the purchase department may have been assigned to do the job in
Yes.
regards to major aspect of purchase is concerned.
Okay.
As we people know, when we talk of material purchase, about 60 to 70% money of the organization get tied up in regards to these aspects concerned.
Okay.
Now, other aspect of purchase which comes important to for purchasing is the capital equipment, which is put for capital aspect in regards to manufacturing is concerned or other things are concerned.
Yes.
The purchase of capital equipment is a difficult aspect. It is not a general aspect, common aspect.
Yes.
And the agreement for that purpose need to have a little bit differences in regards to various aspects of contract are concerned, which we'll be talking about.
Yes.
So in purchasing, when we enter into contract, firstly, I would like to talk about the contract terms and conditions,
Yes.
which we are entering in regards to our day-to-day supplies are concerned, material, you say maintenance, repair, and operative items are concerned, raw materials are concerned, semi-finished products are concerned, packaging materials are concerned, etc., etc.
Yes.
Now, when I take up this issue in the context of that is concerned,
Mhm.
when I enter in an agreement with a buyer, with a supplier
Yes.
to make a buy, firstly I must do my own work in my organization in regards to the quantities of supplies are concerned,
Yes.
at what time they are to be there,
Yes.
whether we have got the specification for that or not to. Because generally in the business, when we go with the aspect of purchasing, we always like to have three aspects in consideration.
Mhm.
When we enter in agreement, either we go with the aspect of specifications,
Mhm.
standards, go with the aspect of drawings, or
Okay.
go with the aspect of a sample.
Okay.
These three aspects are there which are to be there. And generally, in most of these cases, when we enter into contract,
Mhm.
we talk about the aspect of specification, where all the sort of detailing has been done in regards to dimension, in regards to finishes, in regards to inspection, in regards to tolerances, and various aspects are there which are taken note of that while talking about inspection.
Okay.
But when the inspection we talk about, and we talk about the standards we talk about,
Mhm.
standards are of various at various levels are being processed to. We generally start with the lowest level of company standardization.
Okay.
Then we come to industry standardization. We come to national standards. We come to regional standards. We come to international standards.
Mhm.
Generally, in these very cases, people are going with the aspect of national standards because the buying become more comfortable. You have most of the buyers are concerned, which are manufacturing as per. Let's suppose in India, people are going with the aspect of Indian standards are concerned. Standards can have the variation from country to country also, depending upon the raw material availability, the aspect of specification,
Okay.
the aspect of quality, maybe the aspect of reliability, maintainability, etc. Various
Yeah.
quality dimensions are there which are needed to be taken, and the standards can differ. So, whenever I have to purchase in the context of my machine is concerned,
Mhm.
if I am in India, I have to go with the aspect of writing down a specification is concerned,
Okay.
or I may choose a specification which is the national standards, or international standards when I enter in agreement to with a buyer.
Okay.
Now, when I enter with the other buyer,
Mm.
when I enter in agreement with the supplier, I have not to see about only specification aspect is concerned.
Okay.
My volumes, at what time they are to be required, what is the price of their, what sort of discounting is being done by him, what are
Discount.
the terms and conditions in regards to contract is concerned.
Yeah.
As per Incoterm is concerned, generally all agreements are being done on the basis of Incoterm. Incoterms are nothing but International Chamber of Commerce terms are there,
Yes.
which have come into being from 1919 in the world.
Oh,
International
19.
Chamber of Commerce has been in London
Okay.
because London was a trading center. It started with that. And the latest terms which are in the context of shipping is concerned are otherwise land as airways concerned
Mhm.
is being tackled to. And latest revision is 2020 Incoterms aspect is there.
Okay.
We'll be covering that aspect because all the aspects of Incoterms are to be included in regards to your entering in contract is concerned. Otherwise, not to.
Okay.
So what I do in this matter now at the
Yes.
moment,
Yes.
I take up.
Mhm.
Now I have explained what is contract is an agreement
Mhm.
between the two parties.
Mhm.
I explained in regards to purchasing what sort of things are being done in regards to contract are concerned.
Yes.
Basically, two type of contracts are there. One is for regular items, which we talk about,
Okay.
and other is for the capital equipment, which is having a different
Yes.
aspect is there.
Regular item
I
and
made a reference to Incoterms also,
yes.
and after that, I will come in regards to the negotiation aspect as my friend
Mhm.
wants to discuss about how to negotiate and have the best price in regards to various, not only price, various terms and conditions of contract are concerned.
Okay.
So what I say very well, in this context of agreement, when we talk about,
Mhm.
basically, we start with the aspect of agreement, which is between two parties.
Okay. Yes.
And
Agree.
this agreement, first class of agreement,
Mhm.
is to deal with the responsibilities of supplier vis-a-vis buyer is concerned,
Okay.
because buyer generally writes down the contract
Mhm.
and makes the contract with the supplier.
Yes.
Generally, there may be very many suppliers, but with each supplier, the contract is to be separate one.
Okay.
Because the legality aspect is very important in regards to contract is concerned, because various classes will be there which we'll be talking about. That is also.
Yes.
Now, in this case, when I talk of buyer or supplier shall mean entity or person which is controlled by buyer or supplier is concerned. If any person, other person is there,
Mhm.
he has gone for the subcontracting, etc. also for purchase by, but he is responsible for that. We are not as a buyer is concerned.
Mhm.
Now, in this case, the main aspect of the second class when I entered into that is the timing.
Mhm.
What are the charges? What are the rights in regards to audit is concerned?
Okay.
I talk about the aspect of when deliveries are concerned, where the deliveries are to be made. Basically, as I mentioned, International Chamber of Commerce term, which I go for detail in recent times,
Mhm.
because now ICC is in France, Paris.
Mhm.
And we'll talk about that aspect also. Generally, it is on delivered duty paid, so that it is coming to the gate of the buyer.
Mhm.
He has cleared all the duties, etc. Nothing is to be paid by the buyer, and that price is generally quoted to, which is as per Incoterm is concerned.
Okay.
Then various warranties are there. Warranties are nothing but the aspect of guarantees
Mhm.
which are available to the buyer, but in regards to performance is concerned. Guarantee against performance is called warranty.
Okay.
That
Guarantee
way we take up
performance is
the issue.
warranty. Okay.
Understood that. Now, after having taken up this issue, these days,
Hmm.
generally the epidemic defect class is there, which is being entered into because of epidemic which has come,
These
COVID.
epidemic class. Okay. These days.
That class has come where the supplier warrants that the goods be free from epidemic defect, etc. Maybe in
Okay.
packaging, maybe otherwise too also.
Okay.
Now, when I come to the aspect of payment is concerned,
Mhm.
now whatsoever the goods have been supplied by him are to be paid by me. It is to be paid immediately. It should be paid in advance. It is to be paid after 60 days.
Yes.
These terms are to be entered into,
Yes.
and basically they are to be adhered so that there is no default in regards to performance of contract is concerned.
Okay.
And when I go with the aspect of pricing,
Mhm.
I talk about he is, in this case, the buyer should have the right to inspect the goods.
Yes.
For that, inspection procedure is there in the standard.
Yes.
National standard, all inspection procedures are there. Sampling scheme is there also because 100% inspection cannot be carried out. It is sampling scheme. Where destructive testing is there also, it is to be done in that context to that.
Yes.
After that, whatsoever drawings, tools, and materials have been provided by the buyer,
Mhm.
they ought to be given to the supplier for the purpose of manufacture, etc. But they are the authorities concerned is with the buyer only. He cannot pass on those papers to anybody else is concerned.
Yes.
Then we have the aspect of indemnification aspect with the supplier is concerned. That's very important in regards to right and conditions are concerned in that context of that. Then we come, what are the confidentiality information which is not to leak to somebody else?
Yes.
Let's suppose he may not pass on to drawing to somebody, he may not give some information that we are getting manufactured this.
Yes.
Because generally, in most of the cases, you have to see
Hmm.
that your confidential aspect, which you are manufacturing, may not get leaked down, and somebody may copy it or not copy it, and
Yes.
etc. May not.
That's very important. Yes.
The aspect is of intellectual property right is concerned. That's very important because for patenting aspect is concerned.
Hmm.
And then when I go with the aspect of intellectual property right,
Hmm.
I have given him the position in the context of know-how, specification, design, techniques of development, etc. in that regards to. Now, yes, if I want to have the termination of the contract is concerned
Mhm.
with the buyer, it is my right to terminate, but I have to give a notice to him so
Yes.
that he doesn't suffer a loss in regards to my immediate termination is concerned.
Yes.
But in case something else happen as per the force majeure is concerned, which is a law of nature class,
Yes.
the act of God is concerned, then buyer and seller both are not responsible for that because
Yes.
it is beyond them.
Yes.
Or the government regulations have come that you can't export, or the government regulation has come
Like an
this
earthquake,
material
a
is not
tsunami,
available.
it's out of our
Right?
control.
Yes, that is the point. And then in this case of trademark, when we talk about the trade names, etc., is
Hmm.
very pertinent. And for that purpose, we have to see very well indication in relation to the goods, whether owned by buyer or supplier is concerned, or its affiliate are concerned, that is to be seen in that regards too. Further, we do enter in the context of subcontracting also of assignment is concerned.
Third party contracting.
Well, he may be able to produce certain thing, he may not be able to produce. He may like, because generally make or buy decisions are being taken in the context of operations are concerned.
Yes.
He can manufacture himself, but if the capacity is not there, he may buy the capacity somewhere else. But for quality, he is responsible. For
Yes,
delivery, he is responsible.
I have seen these days that the big manufacturers, they don't give a mutually exclusive contract, but they force their distributors that you cannot market any of our competitors' product. This I have
You
seen.
see, you are very right in that context of that. What is the competitor's product?
Yes.
That is the confidentiality aspect which is to be there.
Yes.
Because when you have entered in agreement, you are taking the issue with them only for their products.
Okay.
If he's manufacturing for somebody else, he may not tell it.
Okay.
But generally, when the technical people go around the factory to go for inspection, etc., they do notice it.
Okay.
And today the concept is not that very strict. because of the benchmarking aspect.
Mhm.
Because in benchmarking, you go with the best of practices available and you go to the top 10 in the context of that is concerned.
Yes.
So generally, the first entry benefit you get it for introduction of product is concerned.
Mhm.
But later on, people will go on copying it and nothing can be done.
Mhm.
As I mentioned last time to you,
Hmm.
any part whichever that may be can be manufactured by locally in Ludhiana, in our country here.
Yes.
I told you we were manufacturing ourselves of spares
Mhm.
in regards to Jagajit cotton textile is concerned, on textile machinery, etc.
Yes.
That can be done to have because there is no patenting on that is concerned.
Okay.
Last time I explained also that different names are being given by people to just to have a jugglery of words to
Yes.
make the people not to know about what is the real specification.
Yeah. Yeah. Real specification.
So
Yes.
that way it is. Now, after that, when we talk about that, if any damages are there, or the loss of profit, etc., is there, a revenue loss is there,
Mhm.
for that also clause is there in the contract.
Hmm.
And we have what are the governing laws of the dispute aspect of etc.
Yeah.
Generally, in all these cases, where the dispute needs to be settled in New Delhi,
Yes.
in India,
Yes.
in very well arbitration or conciliation, or going to go with the law aspect is concerned,
Yes.
enter in the court. Because generally, if any case is there, let's suppose a man from USA comes and he wants to enter in contract, and he has said very well he agrees to New Delhi.
Mhm.
The question is, if any problem happens to, then he is to file a case in New Delhi court only,
Yeah.
and he cannot engage a US advocate for that purpose
Yes.
because you must be member of the governing body
Mhm.
in regards to advocate is concerned of that very country, then only you can go for that. So he is to engage somebody from India,
Okay,
and
sir.
that
I have
becomes a
an observation here that generally these days, what are the important points which people neglect while drafting a contract?
when you talk of that, when these terms are there, if you adhere to these terms
Mhm.
and you are very specific in regards to understanding is concerned, there is no ambiguity in regards to language is concerned,
Yes.
then you are quite safe to great extent.
Okay.
But if you are not taken care of that,
Mhm.
problems can come up. So this means the purchase manager is to be completely aware,
Mhm.
and he must get the contract legally vetted also
Mhm.
by the local person concerned or by their own advocate
Okay.
who is dealing with the organization. Okay.
Okay.
And who knows about the work of in regards to purchase contracts are concerned. So when you get vetted by him,
Mhm.
this means there is no error.
Mhm.
But if an error has been committed, then you can't help it. You
Okay.
have to have it.
Mhm.
You have to have it. There is no way out. So in this case,
Mhm.
these are the various terms and conditions which I talked to you.
Mhm.
Maybe over 20 conditions are there, which are to be part of an agreement, which
Okay.
we say is a contract. We talk about that. Once the contract has been entered into,
Mhm.
supplies have started,
Mhm.
inspection will come, things will go, return may take place of the goods which are not as per specification,
Yes.
clearance of funds will be done to
Mhm.
the buyer as per the agreement is concerned,
Mhm.
and we'll talk about discounting, etc., in regards to negotiation aspects are concerned when I come to negotiation.
Okay.
This way, we talk about the agreement terms and conditions which we enter in regards to our contract for supplies are concerned as a buyer or as a purchaser, we talk about in that context of that.
Okay.
But as I was mentioning to you, we are moving towards now forward in regards to making the better aspect of contracts are concerned, monitoring is concerned,
Okay.
entering in contract period are concerned, etc. And all being aspects are taken care of by digital aspect nowadays. Now, let's suppose
Mhm.
when I talk of contract management, it's a very time consuming aspect. It's not that very easy aspect.
Yes.
And a purchaser may be having hundreds of contracts which he have entered in regards to supplies concerned in a
Yes.
big form.
Yes.
Because with each supplier, you have to enter in contracts.
Mhm.
And in that very case, if you don't manage them well,
Mhm.
the question is not one contract or two contract or 10 contract which I can tap.
Yes.
So I have to basically deal with the aspect of computerization is concerned.
Yes.
And this is a very lucrative area where advancements have been made and various, you say, programs have come which are being made use by the people in regards to
Mhm.
computer use is concerned, in regards to making purchases concerned.
Okay.
Then you have to avoid risk and compliance issues also
Mhm.
that way. And for that purpose, you may use template and approve workflows, aspect, etc.
Mhm.
You may like to streamline your contract negotiation with online relining that concern because even The negotiation aspects are being online also tackled too also.
Mhm.
Generally, face-to-face is better, but if face-to-face is not possible, online you can do that in that regards to that.
Mhm.
You have the aspect of deliver more revenue
Mhm.
and faster with online signatures aspect which has come into back.
Yes.
Because nowadays no check will go, nothing will go.
Yes.
E-signatures are there by which the output payments are being made.
Yes.
So these are various technological aspects which has come into being,
Mhm.
and they are being grabbed by the institutions as an opportunities to improve upon. And
Okay.
if you miss it, then the problems are there. So these are the various forward-thinking companies.
Mhm.
They are turning towards contract management,
Mhm.
which are platforms, etc., to reduce costs. You mitigate the risk aspect, and you increase your profitability. That's the most
Sir,
important
like
aspect.
as a layman, I say that in the past we used to have a contract, and then both the parties had to sign every page on the side, bottom, and the right and left put initials. In the future, it will not be there anymore. You say
So when
only top of
e-signatures
line will
have
be
been
there.
done, all terms and conditions you have agreed. Generally, what is happening in the case of e-signatures, even on
Hmm.
every day, every page you can put it.
Yes.
There is no problem at all.
Mhm.
Because in the court cases that there where whereas your signatures are everywhere, but those will be electronic signatures.
Okay. Okay.
That is taken to be at the part in regards to law is concerned now
Okay. Okay.
in the country. So this way,
Hmm.
we are able to have the contract in regards to supplies are concerned. But as I mentioned to you, when I go with the aspect of capital equipment is concerned, I may have to have a little bit different aspect in that is concerned.
Yes.
Because in the case of equipment, it is the capital item.
Mhm.
This amount goes to the expenses towards capital is concerned.
Okay.
And we have to do a lot about that.
Mhm.
Whether you want to go for centralized purchasing for this, or you want to go for various decided by the buy center, they may make purchase, or various technical natures and greater influence is there in regards to technical staff on these purchases are concerned.
Okay.
So there are various aspects which needs to be considered in regards to capital equipment are concerned, which may be able to have a note to us.
Okay, sir.
Then let's suppose you want to talk about, in this case, flexibility.
Hmm.
It can be used for other purposes with this product also, or not machine
Hmm.
equipment.
Okay.
Because generally you want a flexibility because you will not have the various volumes we produce, especially in developing countries.
Yes.
The biggest problem is economies of scale benefit, you derive it.
Yes.
And basically, if the machinery has been made,
Hmm.
which is to produce 10,000 unit, the demand is hardly in the country of 2,000 unit or 1,000 unit.
Yes.
You have taken in view in regards to product life cycle is concerned that it will grow and things will happen. The cost in the beginning is more. Then only the introduction cost of the product is more. That way, and then later on growth and maturity it goes on declining. That way it is so.
Hmm.
Then the aspect of modification aspect is there.
Okay.
Then the aspect of what is the compatibility of spares aspect, etc. The aspect of reliability, durability, or the maintenance aspect of machineries are
Sir,
concerned.